Mind on the phone here on Instagram, and we're going to get to it. Week 8, let's go.
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
With Matt Ryan out,
What up?
Do you still trust Austin Hooper with Matt Ryan out? I'll go ahead and I'll say Ingram on that one for sure.
Austin Hooper or who?
Or Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram? Yeah, I think you can't bench Hooper right now, in my opinion.
You can't. I mean, he is the number 1 tight end in fantasy football. I don't know if Waller took that from last week, but you know, with Matt Ryan out, there is a little bit of skepticism there going up against the Seattle Seahawks. So for me, I'll go with a little bit of a safer play there and just go with a Daniel Jones and Evan Ingram connection.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a good option.
It's not a bad option. It's hard to sit the guy that's leading like everybody though, but I hear you. It's one of those ones where, like, even though I'm feeling like that's a no-brainer, there's definitely potential. So YouTube, we're on the phone with State of Mind. You got questions? We'll start tossing them out on both sides of the fence, but go for another Instagram while I collect a few.
All right, let's do it. So Hunter Henry or Evan Ingram? Man, that is a close one. Hunter Henry over 20 targets over the last 2 weeks. He's really come on fire. But the matchup is what the matchup is. I'm going to go ahead and lean Ingram on that one, man. But it's very close. Smitty, do you agree?
Ingram and who? I'm sorry?
Hunter Henry. Against the Bears.
Ingram.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ingram.
Okay. Hooper or Henry? So this is a very common question.
Yeah.
So now, what do you got there? Actually, we're getting a ton of tight end questions here. So Austin Hooper or Hunter Henry? I just don't trust the situation without Matt Ryan, man. I'll be honest with you. The Seattle Seahawks, I think they can account to do pretty well against the tight end position. So I'm going to go Hunter Henry in that scenario there, man.
Hunter Henry, yes. Hunter Henry all the way. And I had DJ on the wrong side, guys. DJ is out. Kamara's out. OJ Howard is out. Breeze is a go. And I have a question here.
Go for it.
Let's see. Foster Child says, bro, need help. Pick 2. Marvin Jones, Kenny Stills, Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks has been a little bit disappointment. This could be a get-right game against the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to go ahead and start Kenny Stills. That'll be my first option. And then I'll go ahead and throw Marvin Jones in there as well. So I'll bench Brandon Cooks in that scenario.
I'm going to roll with Marvin Jones and Brandon Cooks, although I do like Kenny Stills, and this is one of those calls, Foster Child, that you're going to get wrong over and over again. So it's really hard to answer this one, but that's who I'm going with. And then DJ Chark, Ertz, or Golden Tate as a flex play. Which one?
DJ Chark, Ertz, or Golden Tate. I'll go Chark there.
Yeah, I don't think I could bench Chark. I like Chark. I think he's a beast.
Yep, best matchup as well. Anything else over there before we go to
I mean, I have a lot of them, so let me just throw one more out, and then Nick Chubb or Lat Murray. That's a tough one. You're in a bind. A bind that developed over. Yeah, who do you have?
I'll start Latavius Murray though.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, the matchup.
Carries, 129 yards, 5 receptions last week, 2 touchdowns. Like it's insane. He gets Drew Brees back. I mean, Latavius Murray could finish as the number 1 running back in fantasy football this week. Yeah,
and when you're talking about a player like, you know, Lat Murray before, you know, this would be crazy to talk about if he was like sharing carries or something, but he is like Alvin Kamara's workload right now, so that makes it one of those weird. Yes, I would actually bench Nick Chubb with the matchup and everything. So Murray 125, I believe, rushing last week, 2 TDs.
Yep.
This is just a machine.
All right. He also got passing yards work, so it is absolutely. If you own Latavius Murray, make sure he's in your starting lineup.
Yeah.
Are we switching IG?
Go ahead.
All right. So Adi is asking Sanu or Allen Robinson flex play. Are you starting Mohamed Sanu in his first week with the New England Patriots?
Over who?
Allen Robinson. That's close.
I'd probably go A-Rob for right now. But I can understand the intrigue because Tom.
I'm more curious. Watch what happens with Sanu this week, and then kind of go from there.
Tom Brady did offer his jersey number to Sanu, which is crazy. But you know, I do that too. I'm like, hey, you want my username to my followers? I know they're not going to take it. It's just like it's just something you offer.
No, Smitty, go ahead and keep that.
Yeah, no, Smitty, it's yours. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Metcalf or Tyler Boyd. So it's gonna be Tyler Boyd for me over DK Metcalf.
Yeah,
There's a lot of Metcalf versus something else. So Joey Hannon's asking Metcalf or Keenan Allen. I think that's playing a little bit too cute. If Allen's starting, I'll go ahead and throw him into my lineup.
Yeah, I agree. What about Tyreek Hill or T.Y. Hilton PPR? I don't know why you're in that position, Andrew. Make a trade, but Tyreek Hill or God, I love both. I don't don't think you're gonna trick me into answering that question. Like, why aren't you starting both?
I think you waited long enough for Tyreek Hill to get off of his injury, and now that he's here, he's been amazing. So why would you even consider benching him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and start Tyreek Hill.
Well,
he needs just one play.
Even though I lean that way, I don't know why you aren't making a trade. Hilton should not be.
Is that a one receiver league? Like, what's going on?
I know, Andrew. That's like you're talking about two guys that are literally like, even though Hilton's not he's like a sneaky wide receiver one. He's not even a wide receiver two. Why is he not at least your flex worthy guy? What are you playing with, your grandma and your grandpa? Like, trade with one of them.
All right, Kevin's asking Tom Brady or Drew Brees, and it's a two-part question. First, let's answer Tom Brady or Drew Brees.
Tom Brady until Brees proves he's like totally, ready to roll.
I'll go with that. It's close. I like Drew Brees though.
I do too, but like, let's see if he can hold a football first. It's like he might go out there.
Just keep it safe. Just be safe on that one. How about Nick Chubb or Ty Johnson?
Nick Chubb or Ty Johnson. You got to go Nick Chubb. You could bench Nick Chubb in the case of like a Lat Murray, where he's got 100 yards and a two TD resume, and a Alvin Kamara workload that's being handed to him. That's different. But you don't bench Nick Chubb for a guy we don't even know what's what. Like, what if Ty comes out and they don't even play him? And there's some practice squad guy that everyone's like, who the hell is this?
It can happen. We've seen it before.
Yeah, so let's wait.
Nick Chubb, at least he's guaranteed 15 to 20 touches. One more question over here on IG coming in from Portella Plumbing. Oh, nice, man. We got a plumber in the house.
Plumber.
Tevin Coleman or T.Y. Hilton?
Tevin Coleman, T.Y. Hilton. You got to go T.Y., I think. But anything can happen. Anything can happen.
I like T.Y. That means you guys have some good options, man. So go ahead, Smitty. I'll take it to you.
Let's see here. Hey, man, need help. 0.5 PPR, pick 3. Eckler, Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, Chase Edmonds, Montgomery, Damian Williams, Juju, or Boyd. Dude, it's like your whole team. Let me simplify it for you.
I lost you. So you got to answer that one.
Aaron Jones, Eckler, Chase Edmonds,
okay.
Juju, Boyd, kind of so pick 3. I think you go Eckler. I think you go Aaron Jones. You don't need to start Jamal Williams. I don't know why he could do well, but I don't know. Chase Edmonds, lock him in. So I go Eckler, Aaron Jones, Edmonds, but Juju and Boyd, those are close calls. But I put them.
I'm actually I would start Juju over Chase Edmonds. The Steelers are facing the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
Nathan Rudolph is back.
I do like Juju a lot. If you were gonna force Juju in for me though, it would be put Aaron Jones on the bench maybe, and then put.
Man, Chase Edmonds is not going to do well this week.
Chase
Edmonds is going up against the New Orleans Saints.
I know, but I can't sit a guy that just had 150 and 3, and they're excited. He's like the talk of Arizona right now.
Fair enough.
But
I want to hear it in the comment section. Would you start Juju with against the Dolphins this week or Chase Edmonds?
I can tell you right now, people want to cut Juju, so you're probably not going to have a lot of support on that. But I like Juju. I think trading for him, that window is now closed. Well, it will be closed in 40 minutes. And I've been telling everybody to grab him for weeks, especially during the bye week when people were not only frustrated, but he was on a bye. So I love him, but you're not going to get anybody probably here, I imagine. You're going to get some people, but people are so mad at Juju.
Yeah.
They're not going to.
Split. Actually, Edmonds going to get more touches. Someone's saying Juju. But yeah, it looks like the overwhelming majority, at least so far. Actually, no, it's half and half.
Half and half.
So we'll see. Before we go to IG?
Let's see. Kelsey or Waller. Gary, why do you have this call to make? But I
Waller. That's crazy.
Yeah, Waller for now because
Kelsey in the flex.
Yeah, because Kelsey in the flex, but Waller because Mahomes isn't back yet. But that's it. And then bench 1: Eckler, Mack, Edmonds, Ty Johnson. Bench 1. You start Mack, you start Eckler, you start Edmonds, you bench Ty.
Yes, I'm with it.
Easy call. I didn't even put that on the screen, bro. I will watch Ty go off, and that always happens to me. Ty's gonna have 104 touchdowns.
Right, it's gonna be the breakout games. So all of him.
Eckler or Lat Murray.
Yeah, it's still Lat Murray.
Yeah, it's still Lat Murray.
Lat Murray could be number 1.
He's wearing just picture for everybody. Let me answer your questions right now. Just picture Lat Murray wearing one of those Halloween Kamara masks. He's going out there and getting Kamara's numbers, Kamara's carries, and a very good offense that's going to score a lot today. Lat Murray's a top 5 to 6 play.
Yep, I'm with it. I'll say 1 to 5.
Yeah.
All right. So Hunter Henry or Zach Ertz? Give me Hunter Henry. Zach Ertz has been awfully disappointing. Sorry, Smitty.
It is disappointing to hear the guy that traded you, Zach Ertz, tell you that he's whatever. Whatever, man.
Too soon.
You know what's funny is I got an overwhelming. We benefited in that trade. So for those that didn't know, and I thought we did too, we traded Zeke and Cook. You know, I love Dalvin Cook. I feel like no one has documented evidence of predicting bigger things on video than I do. He's in my intro video. You know, it's top 5 running back every time my intro video plays. So I have proof. Proof's in the pudding. Right. But Zeke, to me, Zeke still did really well last week. You know, he looks great.
They were only 2 fantasy points away from each other.
So we got Ertz in that. He got our backup QB Brady, and then Mahomes went down. So not only do we not have a QB, although Mahomes should be back in 1 week, but we got screwed on not having the backup QB. Ertz isn't playing well at all. I hope that changes this week, but
it will. It'll get things going, man. But we'll see, man. I think we're both in must-win situations in that league, so we'll see what happens. Let's see some of these questions. A lot of Odell on these questions, so it's going to be particularly interesting. Odell Beckham Jr. or Ty Johnson? Is that going to be too cute?
Yeah, go Odell. Come on.
Go Odell. Yeah,
I'm telling you, Ty is going to go crazy now. It's just inevitable. So now start Ty. Start Ty.
PPR, Cooks or Odell Beckham Jr.? This is the decision. It's literally the defense players.
Brandon Cooks for me. I just feel like he's safer.
Okay, so that's the line for you.
Yeah, I mean, I like Odell. I like to figure out a way to get him in there, but I think Cooks feels a little bit safer.
Young Tony's asking Sony Michel or Melvin Gordon. I went on a little bit of a rant earlier this morning, but Sony Michel is only second to Dalvin Cook in carries inside the goal line in goal-to-goal situations, and the Browns are the worst team in defending that. So I think Sony Michel is going to dial up for
the matchup's off the hook. You have to go Michel. Even I wanted to hesitate when we first got on the live. I'm like, I want to hesitate on Michel, but not with the matchup. This isn't the week to doubt him. The yardage is kind of like always, but he's going to have he's going to bust loose on one of them. I can see Michel going into the end zone. I can envision it now.
Yep.
So
toss play to the left, and that's how it'll get.
Yeah.
That's how it'll get it done, and it's going to happen on that the first or second drive too. So make it happen.
Okay, bench 1. That's a repeated question, over and over.
Stories, Smitty. Why do your following on YouTube? They give you this huge paragraph to read.
Yeah, I skip over a lot of the big ones. So if you're posting a big old thing, it's probably not going to get listed.
Right.
Heath, Woods or Odell? Robert Woods or Odell? Non-PPR.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm just going to start Robert Woods.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm going to start the 3 Rams receivers over Odell.
Yeah, let's answer that question for everybody. Blanket answer. David Montgomery, pick one. David Montgomery, Kirk, Westbrook. Is Kirk even playing? I think Kirk is probably...
I'm going to go ahead and start Dede, man. Dede's been on fire. Dede has been out-targeting and outperforming Chark over the last couple weeks. In fact, he leads the team in targets, believe it or not, for the entire season. I think Westbrook's a sneaky play. I was trying to trade for Westbrook. I have him in 4 leagues, but I want him in as many as I can.
Yeah.
Westbrook's going to emerge, but he's a start on that play.
Keenan Allen or Odell? We have a lot of Odell questions.
Both of those carry a lot of risk. So for me, go ahead and give me the healthy player. I'll go Odell over Keenan Allen.
He says he's going Odell. Look at his face.
That's it. Odell Beckham Jr.
He's
going to go for a 1 reception for 2 yards.
Yeah. Should I trade Juju for DJ? And I'm assuming this is a redraft league.
Juju for I would take that.
You would? I'm worried about DJ, man. I'm worried about him a lot. But Juju's
worried about Juju.
Yeah, Juju's very questionable. I would definitely look to play around with trading for
Probably get a better player.
Yeah.
Look for like Chris Godwin for DJ. Like you can get a high level receiver for DJ's value.
Well, he's getting DJ, I believe, in the way he's wording it. So trading Juju, so he would.
DJ, that's
so he likes that. I think it's okay too. And
yep.
I like Juju a lot, though. I will say, I almost feel like I wish you could trade a different player and get DJ a different way. But I'm kind of the thinking of not getting Juju at all. Or, I'm sorry, a DJ at all, because I worry about timeshare. I worry about a lot. So
yeah,
I'm not. I have 0% DJ David Johnson ownership.
I haven't been in a dynasty league, so I've had him for 3 years. So
yeah. Yeah.
So let's go over here to IG real quick. So is Edmonds a start today? Depends on who you have. The matchup isn't particularly amazing, but he is going to get the majority of the touches. So with that being said, throw in whatever your option is, man. Austin Eckler or Ty Johnson in a non-PPR. So in a non-PPR, I'm going to go Ty Johnson. In a PPR, Eckler has pretty much got 5 receptions every game this season, I think. So because it's non-PPR, I'll go Ty Johnson.
I'm sorry I missed that chat, Jordan. I got it right here.
Yeah.
Ty Johnson. I'm still going Eckler. I mean,
but it's non-PPR.
I know,
like,
but
those receptions aren't even.
I know, but he still might have 100 yards off those 10 receptions and a touchdown. That's still 100 and a touchdown. Like you know what I mean. Like I just can't. I can't.
I guess I was getting a little bit too cute. Eckler is a top 12 fancy running back. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, no, I just think, I love the 10 receptions. Believe me, I'm not saying he's going to get that every game, but he is capable of literally being the best wide receiver on their team at any moment, and I think you still start a guy that could get you 70 and a good shot at a touchdown.
Outside of Hunter Henry over the last couple weeks, Eckler has been the guy in the passing game. Believe it or not, the Chicago Bears surrendered the most targets to running backs. And in fact, they're the 6th worst at fantasy points against running backs this year, which was a shocking stat to me. I thought they were like top 10 in every category. But teams do happen to toss it to the running backs against the Chicago Bears, because it seems like that's the only thing you can do.
Jordan's on YouTube here is asking, start 2, Allen Robinson, Stills, or Montgomery.
I'm benching Montgomery on that one.
You're going Montgomery?
He wants to start 2, or?
Yeah, so you're benching Montgomery. Okay. Yeah. So Allen Robinson and Stills are probably safer in PPR. If it's a non-PPR, I would say maybe play Montgomery, but I think in PPR you're safer. And it says don't.
You're not big on Stills this week, huh?
I like Stills a lot. I just think some of the options I'm kind of like torn on. But I think Montgomery, I just can't wait for them to use him properly, and they may not. And I'm expecting them not to halfway. You know what I mean? Like this is garbage coaching right now.
Yeah. I think his job's on the line. I think they're gonna have to give him some.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to give him some carries.
Yeah, I stand by though that Montgomery has the talent to be a top 5 to 10 running back. I'm not backing down from it. There's no way to.
Anybody would disagree.
There's no way to prove it. There's no way to prove it. But you get a lot of people that get so mad about his fantasy output that they say that you're wrong about him. He sucks. He doesn't suck. His situation blows.
Yeah, I agree. George, throw in your question again, man. I scrolled all the way to the bottom again. Cooks or John Brown, Smitty?
Cooks or John Brown. I'm going to say...
the weather, dude. I have no idea what's going on.
I'm going to say Cooks is a safer play.
Yeah.
Hey, Burrito, I'm not going to answer your question because you've posted it 15 times in a row and you're totally destroying the continuity of the chat. So as punishment, I'm not answering your question on purpose because that's crazy. You're going to get blocked by the moderators. So calm down.
With that being said, what's his question?
Should we give him a chance? Burrito, don't do it again though, okay? You can post it once in a while. Odell, Beckham Jr., Corey Davis, or Mike Williams?
It's Odell.
Yeah, Odell. Don't do it again, Burrito.
Yeah, man, that's a final.
Yeah.
Do you want to go back to IG?
Let me do one more YouTube and then we'll go to IG and then I'm gonna probably end it so I can focus on the YouTube stuff. But I'll say Mike Williams or Brandon Cooks. You got to go Cooks, right?
Yeah, I'm going Cooks.
Yeah. All right, go to IG, and then I'm gonna probably let you take over from here.
Cool. Sounds good, Smitty. So here we go. Odell Beckham Jr. or
What Odell?
Montgomery. How's the line there? That puts you in such a spot.
Yeah. Both disappointments of mine. Definitely, I had both pegged as having big years. I'm gonna go with Odell, but good God.
It's that close, though.
Yeah.
It's that close. How many more on IG do you want, Smitty, before you got to
Two more.
Two more? Again, this question came up again. Hunter Henry or Evan Ingram this week?
Evan Ingram or Hunter Henry? I'm going to go with Hunter Henry.
Cool. Like it. And last one, Melvin Gordon, Larry Fitzgerald, or your boy Henderson.
Yeah, I want to say Hendy, but I can't. Melvin Gordon, I'm going to take the chance that he's going to finally get going, but good God, he's a disaster.
To clarify, Nick made a good point. I said Evan Ingram over Henry. Smitty feels the opposite way. So,
yeah,
it's a coin flip. I'm more for Ingram because of the matchup.
Yep. All right, man. I'm gonna jump off your live tomorrow. Next Sunday we'll jump on mine. But I appreciate everybody in here and have a good week 8. And I'm gonna jump over to my YouTube. Follow my boy Fantasy Football State of Mind on IG. You can go to your IG, search for Fantasy Football State of Mind. You'll find him right there. Send people to my YouTube show after if you don't mind.
We'll do a whole story thing. But if you're not following the Fantasy Football Show. Smitty has really brought fire this year. He's been one of the best follows in all of Instagram. So
thanks, pal.
Make sure you're following Smitty. All right.
Later.
See you next week.
See ya. Okay. Now I'm all yours, YouTube. Let's see. Jordan, thank you for the super chat. Sorry if I missed anything. NC Lines, don't worry. I got you, man. Right here. Glitch Smitty meant to send it once. Here's. Well, hey, I appreciate it. Full PPR, pick 2, Coleman, Marvin, Jones, or T.Y. I pick Marvin and T.Y. at the moment, but you would not be crazy to go Coleman. That's a really tough call. If you guys can help out NC Live Lines for all the awesome super chatting he's doing, let's ask him or answer this question. Who you benching, Coleman, Marvin, or T.Y.? I think T.Y. is a lock. Marvin's almost a lock given how well he did last week. And he looked fantastic. But Coleman's a decent play. So please drop a below. Who do you bench of those guys? Coleman, T.Y., or Marvin? Please help him out. T.Y. or Mike Evans, that's a tough spot to be in. You have Godwin and Julio as your other wide receivers. You need to make a trade. I hate to keep using that phrase over and over, but you really need to make a trade because you're going to miss that one every week. I would miss that one every other week, honestly. Thank you, Jordan. Jordan, if I missed your question, please post it again. But I think I got you. But please ask if there was another one. And if you have another question, post it, Jordan. For super chatting, I'll focus in trying to find you. Odell, Edelman, Boyd, Josh Jacobs, pick 2. Edelman, assuming he's good, make sure you check last minute. And Jacobs. I probably put Boyd on the bench. I probably put Odell on the bench. Everyone's saying sit Marvin. Nope, bench Coleman. So it's kind of torn. Okay, next question. Daniel Jones, Mason Rudolph, or... Bro, those are awful options, but I go Daniel Jones. Monty or Derrick Henry. You can't bench Derrick Henry for Monty right now. But hopefully that becomes a problem later on for you. I really hope it does. I mean that in the best way. Juju or Edelman. I think you got to go Edelman this week if he's fully healthy and full go. Make sure you check the news. But Juju is a fantastic play this week. I'm starting Juju in a lot of leagues, so I'm not going to tell you to sit Juju. But of these options, I will tell you that Edelman, if he's a go, feels safer. Mike Williams or Kenny Stills, I go Kenny Stills. Pick 2 standard. Alshon, Corey Davis, I assume, and Stills. Pick 2, I would go Alshon and Stills. Monty or Melvin. I think you got to roll with Melvin. Watkins or T. Will. Probably, if he's a go, T. Will, but he's been on the injury report, so make sure you check last minute. I don't have that one in front of me. Montgomery or Eckler? I go Eckler, even in non-PPR. Jared, that's a good question, but I think pretty safe to go Eckler, even in non-PPR. Monty, Breda, or Melvin Gordon, pick 2. I go Melvin Gordon and Breda, but Monty, I hope, becomes a big problem for you. Hi, thank you for the super chat. Who should I sit out of, I guess, one of them? Odell, Edelman, Jeffrey. I'd probably go Jeffrey and Edelman to be safe this week because Odell has a horrible matchup. But if you're feeling a little risky or you need some kind of crazy explosion, go Edelman and Odell. But I feel like the safe play is the other two. Thank you for the super chat. Ozzy, thank you for the super chat. Julio Jones or Tyreek Hill. I go. Why are you in this dilemma, Ozzy? You got it. I'm gonna create a make a trade button where it's gonna be some kind of silly song that says make a trade, whatever. Because you have to make a trade. This cannot be a dilemma for you. I don't get how you have two like top 12 overall, top 15 overall players that you're deciding between. You've either made amazing trades but then didn't follow it up to trade somebody away, or Ozzy, you are playing in a 2-person league, or you're in DFS. Tyreek, because without Matt Ryan, we don't know what we got with Julio right now. So I go Tyreek. But very, very tough question. And I appreciate the super chat, young man. Mood in the house with a super. Thank you, Mood. 2 QB league. Got to drop 2 on bench. Minshew, A.J. Brown, A.J. Green, Foles. Do I play Chubb against the Pats? One last. Evans or Cooks? You got to go Mike Evans. I don't sit Mike Evans, but you have a good dilemma on your hands. Maybe you make this, a 2-for-1 trade, get rid of 2 players to get one better upgrade. But you play Chubb against the Pats, depending on your options. But he's if you had Lat Murray, you start Lat Murray. You have Edmonds, you start Edmonds. But if you're talking about Ty Johnson, guys like that, you got to play Chubb. 2 QB league, got to drop 2 on your bench. Minshew, A.J. Brown, Miles, A.J. Green. A.J. Green, I don't know what to expect, man, and I hate telling you to drop him. You can't really drop Minshew unless you've got like 2 other QBs that you really like. And even on a bye week, you might need Minshew, so I don't think you can drop him. A.J. Brown's going to be hit and miss, but I like him. I think he can really explode every other week, but he's going to fail you the weeks you put him in. That's the nature of a rookie receiver. So I probably keep Miles for the upside. I probably drop Foles and A.J. Green, unless you really believe Green's going to bounce back when he returns. I don't know that we're going to even know what we have with him for 3 or 4 weeks. Your safe drops, if you want, would be Foles and A.J. Brown, and then keep Green. But if you're not feeling it, I don't think Green. I think Green, Foles. You go either way. Thank you for the super mood. I appreciate you. NC Live Line says T.Y. plays Denver. That's the only worry with him. True, but T.Y. is a break, like a big play fantasy guy that's going to be capable, even on 3 or 4 catches, to have 90 and a touchdown. I feel ya. I just feel like T.Y. is like not benchable material. Thank you for the super again. Jacob with the super chat. Should I start Robert Woods and Golden Tate over John Brown, 25-mile-an-hour winds? If that win news holds, and we only have a little bit of time, we have like 20 minutes before some decisions got to be made. I think Woods and Tate are pretty darn good plays, so I wouldn't be opposed to putting Brown on the bench in that situation. But I also wouldn't blame you for wanting to get Brown in there. But 25-mile-an-hour winds, if that holds true, is brutal. So Tate and Woods would probably be the safer plays, and I agree with that. Thank you for the super. And it's a safe play that I think even if you end up being wrong by how much, you know what I mean? Like, are you going to totally... Is John Brown going to have, like... If he breaks one off, it's probably going to be one, you know what I mean? Like, you might have, like, a 90 and a touchdown game out of him if you end up making this call wrong. And maybe, you know, Tate has close to that. So I don't know that you'll be, like, that wrong in this scenario. It's pretty hard to imagine in 25-mile-an-hour winds having, like, 2 TDs and 150 yards, you know? So I don't know that we're looking at that kind of breakout game for Brown or insane game for Brown in that wind. Dollar bill, dirty dollar bill. Tannehill, Darnold, or Daniel Jones. I go Daniel Jones as the high upside play, but he's got some risk. Darnold's probably your safe, steady, but not going to explode play. But I go Daniel Jones, I think. These are all risky plays, all pretty, I don't want to say bad plays, but you know what you're looking at, dollar bill. Daniel Jones feels like, with Tate, with Barkley, I'm feeling like he could get back on track. Josh, Smitty, Stills or Juju? I go Juju, but anything can happen, and it's a kind of a close call. Paul, wide receiver 3 this week, pick 2. John Brown, Kirk, Tyrell, assuming all play. Assuming all play, I probably go John Brown and Tyrell. But that wind is going to be crazy. Phoenix says Juju. Should I risk starting Jacobs, full PPR, out of running backs, Devonta Freeman? I go Jacobs. T.Y. Hilton, Golden Tate, Ty Johnson for flex. I go T.Y. I don't sit T.Y. Hilton. Tate isn't a bad play, though. And Ty might be okay, but T.Y. you don't sit. Hendy or Miles, I go Hendy in this one. I hope he breaks one off. I think they'll give him some work. Darnold has no toenails. Weird, Hazel. Tate or MVS, I go Tate in standard. But that's darn close. Trust your gut. It's that close. Like, I'm literally like 1 degree leaning on that one. Sit John Brown. Brissett's dad wants to know. I don't know about sitting him unless I know the options, but I think that he is looking at some massive wins, man. Matt Moore or Daniel Jones. I kind of want to say Matt Moore, but Daniel Jones feels safer. No problem, Josh. Watkins or AJ Brown. I go AJ Brown. John Brown or Ridley at flex. I go John Brown because Matt Ryan is out, and I just don't like that situation. But you wouldn't be crazy to go Ridley with the wind. So if you like to roll the dice a little bit, John Brown. Smitty, what up? Hit the like button. Wipe your feet. D. Freeman or Boyd. I'd probably go Devonta Freeman. Watson or Wilson. Anything can happen, but I don't sit Watson, but that's me. I don't want to sit Watson on that 6 TD game. And that's going to happen once in a while with that guy. Not that Wilson can't have like 50 points himself. Really, you have a good trade opportunity here. I would probably make a big trade if I were you to improve my lineup and get Watson cemented into your pick each week, and then trade Wilson and a wide receiver for a really good one wide receiver is how I'd do that. Gary, how high are you on Monty? Please give me a few running backs he's on the cusp with. That's tough, Gary. I mean, Singletary, even like Ty Johnson. Those are players that he's around. Wide receivers like Marvin Jones. I mean, those are the guys you're contemplating with Monty this week. Monty is a top 5 to 10 running back talent-wise, but he's in the crappiest situation that makes him almost like flex droppable. And I understand the frustration people have wanting to maybe drop him. Don't drop him. If the situation changes and they start running him, he will be a force, but I don't know that he ever will be. But Monty is a risky play. Melvin is another one. Melvin or Ty Johnson. I go Melvin Gordon. He's also very, very risky. Real quickly, I gotta check something. I'm gonna jump about 6 minutes from now today. Just going a touch early because I have some moves that I have to make, and I have a few Ask Smitty questions that I have to get to on sleeperu.com, where you can definitely ask me questions. I typically tell people to get their questions in well before I start the live, because I don't want to miss any questions, and I don't want anybody to think they can send one last second and expect me to get to it. So if you send it like within the hour that I'm on here, I typically don't get to it. I'm going to get to a few this week to make sure people are taken care of, but definitely get your question into me earlier. Juju or Sanders? I go Juju myself, but you would not be crazy to go Sanders. I feel like Juju's going to have a big week. I like Juju. Get him in your lineup. Smitty, get me before I go to work, brother. Ha ha. Ha ha. Jacobs or Henry rest of season. I like Derrick Henry a little bit more, but they're about the same, man. I don't know that I would call one head and shoulders above the other. They're pretty much the same type of scoring running back. Both kind of the same style, same frame, same feel, same workload. Henry's got and Henry doesn't even have a touch more risk. They both have a little bit of injury risk to him. Jacobs is a guy that hasn't had a lot of work in college, so maybe he breaks down and hits some kind of rookie wall here shortly. He hasn't been overworked to, I think, usually hit a wall, but when you've only had like literally you're like a 600 and something yards in college was his biggest college season ever. He's never rushed for over 700 yards in college. So his rookie wall might be closer than most rookie walls, even if he's been used sparingly at times. So I go Henry. I think Henry's probably the safer bet. Yo, Smitty, what do I do with Ertz, man? You can't trade him. No one's going to buy him high on you, so you might as well wait. Wait it out. Drew Brees or Tannehill? You got to go Brees, man. Anything can happen, but Jacob status. Let's check out Jacob status. Let me refresh the news. Super chat from Xavier. Xavier says Gerald Everett or Jimmy Graham. Malcolm Brown is out. Darius Slay is. Looks like the Lions have received trade calls on him. Keyshawn's inactive. Okay, let's look up Jacobs. And then we'll answer Xavier's question, which is a good one and a tough one, Xavier. Josh Jacobs. Expected to play. Okay, Xavier, Everett or Jimmy Graham? Let me just look up some things real quick, make sure everybody's healthy. Gerald Everett had 4 catches for 50 yards and a TD the week prior. He had 136 yards and no TDs 2 weeks before that. And then in between, against San Fran, he had 9 yards on 2 catches. I think the matchup against the Bengals is a good one. Jimmy Graham's also a good play, but he's kind of limited. He's like 50 yards and a TD, whereas Everett could be 100 and a TD. So I go with the bigger upside, but know that either one could outscore the other, man. It's really that close. I'm not going to tell you, oh, yeah, start Everett for sure. But I'm leaning Everett. So thank you for the super chat, and good luck with that one. Trust your gut more than anything. Trust your gut over even me, guys. That might sound weird, but it's true. I'm going to, just picture this right now. I am going to get at least 30% of all the questions asked today wrong. At least 30% of it. If I have a good week, I'm going to land 70% of all the questions you're throwing at me and shoveling down my throat in this live. 30% wrong, at least. So if you feel like, oh, I don't know if I agree with him, but I'm going to go with what he's saying, don't do that. Don't do that. Go with what I'm saying if you're also heading in that. Whoa! Whoa! Edward actually scared me. Don't pick something just because I said it. I'm going to be wrong. 30% at least. Some weeks it's 50. Like, it's that crazy. Fantasy football, 50-50 calls are 50-50 calls for a reason. So if you're on the fence and you ask me, let me sway you maybe. But don't change your opinion just because I said so. Eric Ebron or Cameron Brate, I guess. I don't. None? Ebron, probably. John Brown, assuming he's a go, and I don't even know if he is, because those players are not in the news often, but I'm just saying, just in case Ebron gets hurt a lot. Ebron if he's a go. John Brown, Sutton, or Juju. I go Juju. High winds for John Brown, 25-mile-an-hour winds. Sutton I like a lot. You wouldn't be crazy to start him, but Juju I think is going to have a big game. Buy low candidate at running back, Zeke Elliott on a bye. People get mad about that. I'm tired. Other running backs to buy low. Kamara. I love Kamara. Kamara's the number 1 buy low. Edmonds or Lat Murray. You got to go Lat Murray this week, but I love both. Edmonds actually has a tougher matchup. Lat Murray is he just dropped 150 or 125 and 2 TDs. Edmonds 150 and 3, but the matchup is with Lat Murray, and he's probably a safer play. Breeze will probably lean on the run a little more in this game because they're easing Breeze back. I mean, think about it. Lat Murray's got to be like the start of the week because Breeze is hurt, coming back, trying to ease into it. That screams run the ball, does it not? Does it not scream we are going to run the ball with Drew Brees being back this week? I'm more so thinking they're going to run with Brees back this week than they would have with Bridgewater under center because they're going to need to ease Brees back a little bit. So Lat Murray's a must start. You've got to start Lat Murray. If you own him, figure out a way to start him. Make a trade in order to start him. You can't sit Lat Murray this week. Christopher, thank you for the super chat. Juju or Monty, full PPR. And would you stash Flash Gordon? I don't know that I stash Flash. It depends on your options, man. Honestly, I can't answer that without knowing who you could pick up. But it's not looking good for him. But could he get cut and signed by a team that's going to use him right away? Sure. Juju for me over Monty. I like both talent-wise, but Monty is garbage until they use him properly. He's a top 5 to 10 running back talent. I won't back down on that. But he's in a crappy situation. Situation you cannot separate from talent. In fantasy football, it's a combination. And the combination is nothing right now. I hope that changes. I hope they use him a ton this week. I hope that running the ball under 10 times or whatever they freaking ran the ball last week and throwing it 50, they realized they had the playbook upside down. And if they give Monty the carries, Monty's going to go crazy eventually. But for now, I like Juju. I think Juju has a big game, great matchup, very underrated. Mason Rudolph's back. Go with Juju. All right, guys, that does it for me today. Oh, a super chat from Josh. Thanks for answering. Easy on Edward. Yes, thank you. And let me do the music out so that you guys can ask speed round style. Rudolph or Minshew? I go Minshew. Smitty, pick 2. John Brown, Allen Robinson, Brandon Cooks, Tate. Make sure you ask short questions like that if you have. I go with A-Rob and A-Rob and Cooks. But dude, how do you can't get that one right even close to 50% of the time. Smitty, pick 1 for flex. Hunter Henry, Ridley, Montgomery. Hunter Henry safest. Pick 2 rest of year. Henderson, Tate, Jalen or Smith, and Snell. I think rest of year Golden Tate, but I hope Hendy is the guy. I hope Hendy makes that regrettable for you. Sorry, I actually don't mean that. But I hope Hendy makes that regrettable for all of us. How's that? Because I want Hendy to explode. I just don't know if he's going to get the shot. I don't know. Fitz or Keenan Allen? Keenan Allen's probably the safer bet, but Fitz could have a good game for sure. Seattle defense or Detroit? Seattle. Keenan Allen or Fitz? I go Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen or Juju? I go probably Juju. Call me crazy. Evaluate your opinion at the end. I do what I want, says Hein. That's right. Matt Moore or Carr I kind of lean Moore. Is that weird? I feel like that's weird. Jeffrey or Gore? I go Jeffrey. And the last one, do I play Winston over Allen due to weather? Yes, I probably do. And Matt Moore. Edmonds or Monty? Edmonds. Should I pick up Kareem Hunt? Yes. Mixon or Williams? Damian Williams, I assume you mean. Mixon and MVS over Watkins. I'm okay with that. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy. Go get them. Don't pull a hammy as you run to your television set. See you guys soon. Good luck in Week 8. Stills. Michelle. McCoy or Gordon? Gordon, later.